How's it going, guys? I got here my client Dawg. We have started what? How long have we started now?
9.5 months.
9.5 months. So I'm gonna let Dawg explain kind of his story and the first day that he met me, and then till the day that we are now. So can you explain the little story of how you met me?
When it came to Carlo, 44 years old, pushing 200 pounds, almost 26% body fat, nice big gut. Just was drinking alcohol a ton of the time, going out too much. It just was a slippery slope. And so I moved to Vegas and stumbled in on this gym and stumbled in on Carlo. And ever since, just been putting in the work and ton of consistency, ton of constancy, in and out of the gym. And I love it so far.
Nice. So what kind of tell them about your surgeries here, your fusions?
Yes, I totally forgot. Yeah, so December of 2020, so this is almost 2 years ago, I had an L4, L5 spondylolisthesis where the vertebrae slipped forward because of a bad deadlift accident 5 years ago. And so they fused it together, went through the side, bolted it from the back. And I didn't lift weights or do anything really for 9 or 12 months. And so even though my back is still a little bit stiff, we've been working with it and being conscious of it, and Carlo's been customizing the program because of it, and just making a lot of progress that way.
Nice. Show them your scar.
Oh, yeah. So here's the one where they went to the side, and then you can't really see the one in the back as much, but yeah, they went through the side so that they didn't sever many of the nerves in the back muscle, so it's good they did it that way.
So, just a prime example of that, these surgeries, they're there to help you, but at the same time too, that like we need to work with them and around them. So what's tell me maybe one takeaway or a couple takeaways from like our training and your experience with me.
Yeah, so for me, I think the biggest thing is consistency. So just keeping on doing this, keep consistent day in, day out. All the micro decisions that you make throughout the day, it really adds up. It takes time to add up because your body doesn't like a lot of change, so it wants to resist it. But if you keep on it, then it has no choice but to change. But it's just consistency day out, not just the 60 minutes I spend at Carlo, but I stretch beforehand, I do some things after, I walk everywhere, prep my meals, all that kind of stuff. Get enough sleep is a big deal. That's number one. I think number two is also find your right environment. So this place, I had a few other gyms I was going to visit besides this one. But no, I mean, after I stopped in here, it's like I knew this was the one. Like Carlo and the rest of the trainers here, they create an environment, different varied people here. Everyone is serious on their path. They're all constructive about it, but the environment is number one for me. Like the how you do this is almost as important or even more important than the what.
Yeah, that's a good point that he said is about environment. So it's say if your environment is shit and it is actually holding you back rather than pushing you forward, you're gonna have a tough time figuring out who you really are. So I mean that's a one thing you can do is separate yourself from the bad environment and realize what's around you, right? So you can be a better person. The day that you came to me, so now tell the people, your results now.
Yeah.
In 9 months from where we started.
Yeah, so because of the consistency, started at 199, 26% body fat, and in 9.5 months, I'm down to like 178, at about 10% body fat, lost like 7 inches off my waist. Increase of strength, increase of energy, and all that kind of good stuff. And it's been a pretty steady progress, which has been, I think, somewhat surprising for us both, but it's what consistency does. It has to build on itself and it becomes cumulative. So haven't gained any a little bit in height and anything like that, but everything's else been good.
So let's give some word of advice. So it's somebody that was in your position that had spinal fusion, that think that it's so daunting to start again. What's something that you can tell them to basically change the course of their life?
Just move. Just start to move. So just to give you some context on that, my surgeon went into surgery 6 a.m. that day. I was discharged at 11:30. And he said, whatever you do, just walk. So walk in place, walk. Don't lay down, just move. Just move, and just keep moving. Even walking, 30 minutes is walking around the block is fine. Like just start somewhere. But the key is to start. If you start, you've got like 80% of it done. Then it's just keeping the ball rolling. It's easier to keep a big ball rolling than it is to start in the first place. But you can just start by moving and then start cutting out this. But it doesn't have to be everything overnight. You can phase this in, but just start. That's what I would tell someone.
Amazing. Just start. You heard it from Dawg. There, guys. Nice.